Welcome to Conversations with Epiphany. Let's talk, the show where we dive deep into the essence of what makes our guests uniquely themselves. Join as we uncover the stories, experiences, and moments that shape their lives. From the triumphs to the trials, we're here to explore it all. Let's get talking and discover the heart of every story.
Everybody, I'm Tiffany Hightower. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Tiffany. Today, I have the pleasure of having Derale Wilson, known as DA Dad. His son, Jalen Wilson, is part of the Connect. Thank you for joining me today, Mr. Wilson.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I know you played basketball as well. First started college basketball at TCU. What are some of your most memorable moments from your time there?
Had a great time there. Had a great time at TCU.
Yeah.
We were pretty good. We were preseason ranked top 15 in the country. We had one of the best players in the country. His name was Lee Nalen. He was really good. He was a 43rd pick in the 1998 draft, 1999 draft. He was real good. I played with a lot of good guys. Played a couple guys who are still my friends to this day. Had a great experience at TCU. Played for Billy Tubbs, one of the top college basketball coaches ever. So I had a great time at TCU. Great experience.
Well, that's great. And also, what challenges came from playing basketball, like internationally, and how did you adapt from playing at TCU to playing basketball internationally?
Well, the challenges at TCU was coming from I'm Homer, so
Mhm.
a few challenges my challenge at TCU was that um, I didn't take school that serious, and I was at the business school, Neely Velos Business School. I initially went back, got my degree from there, but I I didn't take school serious at TCU, so that was my only challenge at TCU. But it did help me grow up, and when I was able to go overseas, it helped me mature. My maturity, the lessons that I learned, the things that I was taught at that business school, it really came to fruition for me. So it makes
Right,
sense. It makes
right,
sense. Mhm.
exactly. Were there any teams or cities you played for overseas that had a special meaning or impact on you personally and also professionally?
Um, well, personally, my first job ever was in Ecuador,
Mhm.
Quito, Ecuador,
Wow. Mhm.
and I thank them for giving me a chance for helping me and giving me a chance to play professional basketball. So
Mhm.
I give that one. Now my favorite place to play is It's called Wadau,
Mhm.
Waraw,
Mhm.
and it's Wadau Tuca Pizza, and I
Mhm.
love Tuca Pizza. Tuca
Mhm.
Pizza, Ecuador, is my
Mhm.
third home.
Wow. Mhm.
Love it.
Love it. Wow. They sound like amazing places to visit as well.
Oh yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
women are drunk by 3 o'clock. By 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the women and men are drunk. Women
Wow.
drunk by 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I love it. Love
Wow.
it. Love it.
Yes. Wow. Um, what advice do you give your son as he challenges being a professional athlete in the NBA?
Um, Stay humble.
Mhm.
Listen to what the older people are telling you. Don't make friends with everybody because everybody's
Mhm.
not your friend because you guys are all there for the same job.
Okay.
And me and him was having a conversation the other night, and I was telling him like, "Hey, listen, bro, you are
Mhm.
employed now." And he was down about this. And I said, "Hey, you're employed, so whatever
Mhm.
your employer needs you to do, that's what you have to do now. It's not
Right.
pickup. This is not Kansas. This is not
Mhm.
Dengar High School. This is the
Mhm.
Brooklyn Nets. They run a professional organization. It's a family organization. And if whatever your employer needs you to do to fit what they need to be a successful company, then you
Right.
have to do that."
Right. Right. And how has you being a former professional athlete shaped the way you approach parenting, especially in terms of supporting your child's career?
Parenting wise, is that I understand that if being a professional athlete, you understand you put a lot of pressure on yourself. So, like I've always told Jalen, any game that you lose, up into the NBA because that's a little hectic. But any game that you lose, that you play, that you're not a professional in, it's your fault. Nobody else's fault. It's your fault. If you're not getting playing time, I've never. You can ask Bill Self. You can ask Coach Grant Long at Dengar High School. I have not had one conversation with them about Jaden's playing time. Never. I always got on his ass and stayed on his ass. Because if you do right, your team go win. Hence, you win a national championship.
That's so true. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And winning at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. Um, that's so true. Speaking of winning, if you could share one piece of advice with young athletes today, based off of like your journey and your son's journey, what would it be? What would it be?
Can I speak frankly?
Yes, sir.
Stop being such. Let me stop. Stop wanting things to be handed to you when you are high school and college. Before now, us players we dedicated, we sacrificed to get to the money, to get to the NBA, to get to the ultimate dream. Where these younger kids, it's a more of a purple ribbon league where, as for when I was trying to go to school and go Division 1, it was like you was almost have to be a pro to go Division 1 then, because NBA was taking pros.
Right.
And you know what? It's just like Microsoft or any other company. They go to MIT, they go to Yale, they go to Brown, and they say, "Give me your top 10." Right?
Right.
So in the NBA, why we not doing that in the NBA? Why we not taking the top 10? Microsoft don't take no freshmen out of high school.
Yeah.
Google don't take no freshmen, no one and done.
That's true. No.
And these are successful companies.
That's true.
So stop wanting your flowers now when you're 17, 18, 19. When there's grown men that are 26, 27 that are playing in G leagues and playing in little leagues over here and there, trying to get where you at, and you complaining because you getting money, he not, and he got a family.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
So
that's true.
just stop wanting everything now and not wanting to work. Everybody feels that they deserve to have it now because you averaged 15 points in high school. That ain't shit.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's true. Like, wait the long game, not the short game. That's so true. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, if it's even in the street, you want slow money and for show money. Anybody getting fast money in the street goes dead or jail. It's the same thing for life.
That's true. That's so true. Yep. That's so true. That is so true. And yeah, and I know we had, a little conversation about this, but how do you keep your family just keep as much normalcy as possible with, the NBA spotlight and games here and there? How do you keep your family life as just family time?
We've always been family first. Jalen's mother is a hell of a woman. I think I'm a hell of a man. We're not together. We're divorced, but we still understand that it's the kids first and nothing else. So that part, so our family dynamic doesn't. It's gonna be hard to come in and infiltrate our family dynamic because of what we understand and know. She's a former athlete. She won state in high school. She still talks shit about that. She does. We just was saying is that these kids, if I can give any advice to the kids right now, is stop wanting things right this second. Go work hard for it. Go outwork something. It's like right now there's like 7,000 kids in the portal. But let me say this. You enter the portal, if you don't get playing time, we understand that, and you're trying to get better. You don't enter the portal because you had a hell of a year. You're now the man on your team, and now you want to go to North Carolina because they can give you 700,000, but you don't play there. It doesn't make any sense. So
Exactly.
now out of that 700,000, you got to pay taxes on that. So that 700,000 goes to 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
now your mama them trying to spend that money and pay their stuff. Where the money at?
Right. Right. Right.
Where's the money?
Yeah.
Or you go to school, you stay
Mm-hmm.
your ass in a dorm room like
Mm-hmm.
we all did. You eat
Right.
at the cafeteria like we
Mm-hmm.
all did. And if you're that skilled enough and that talented enough, the
Mm-hmm.
NBA come calling and you ain't got to worry about that no more.
Exactly. So it's fair to say that you feel like from the time you played at college to the kids that are playing college today, especially now with these new IL deals, it's very like it's vastly different.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, no Division One athlete is broke. Let me
Mm-hmm.
say it again. There's no one playing
Mm-hmm.
Division One basketball, any sport. You're not
Mm-hmm.
broke. You get stipends. You
Yeah.
get allocated money for this and that. Now there's a collective agreement that they have to pay each player a certain amount. So you're not broke. Is that
Mm-hmm.
everybody's trying to be filthy rich right now? And I
Mm-hmm.
understand as black folks, we didn't have shit coming up, blah blah blah. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but we trying to be, we're trying to be, we're trying to have, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to have generational wealth
Mm-hmm.
from a 17-year-old who's getting $200,000. How does that
Mm-hmm.
work?
Right.
See what
Right.
it? This is almost worse. This is almost worse
Mm-hmm.
than the. I hate to say this,
Mm-hmm.
but the Welfare Act. This is
Mm-hmm.
almost worse than that. If you understand the Welfare Act, you understand where I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
from. When you
Mm-hmm.
give,
Mm-hmm.
and they still saying, "Well, you got, well, we gonna take this away from here, though."
Mm-hmm.
If I give you, I gotta take
Right.
something away. Welfare Act.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you women money. Take the men out
Mm-hmm.
the house. Hey
Mm-hmm.
kids, I'm giving you money. Now you're not an amateur anymore. Now you're a grown man at 17. What? I
Right.
expect you to act like a 27-year-old at
Mm-hmm.
17 because I'm giving you money now. What?
Right.
How does that
Mm-hmm.
work? How does that work?
That's true. Yeah. That's so true.
So
That's very.
and then you giving people money who ain't never had money, so they
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to account for money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know about taxes.
Right.
They don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
So now it still is. It could be considered a more profitable slave trade, but I had to do it like that because on the flip
Mm-hmm.
side,
Mm-hmm.
if you gave a person like me and my
Mm-hmm.
son a million,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
start a company while my son's in
Mm-hmm.
college. So
Right.
if he doesn't make it, okay, he didn't make it, but they granted us
Mm-hmm.
some money so we can take care of ourselves.
Right.
It's a catch-22. If you
Yeah.
do it correctly, you
Mm-hmm.
can really do it right. You, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
graduate from school. You're gonna have
Right.
money in your pocket when you get out.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a place to live. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
stay with your mom and them.
Right.
You don't have to take out no grants or loans. You really
Mm-hmm.
do this right. Is
That's
that you
true.
have to stop. Like I understood this, and when I understood this, it's changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a chief. I am not a boss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a foot soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the foot soldier that make the bosses nervous. So if
Mm-hmm.
I need to get something from my people down here, from the
Mm-hmm.
bosses, I can get
Right.
it from them. Because they don't want me coming up there.
Mm-hmm.
No, leave him down there, whatever you need for his people. Just make sure his people straight, and he
Right.
leave us alone. That's who
Right.
I am. And
Right.
once you recognize that's who you like, so I'm not a boss, but
Mm-hmm.
I can make a boss move if I need to.
Right.
I can
Exactly.
call it. I can call a boss and get boss things done if I need
Exactly.
to.
Right. The leverage is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
foot soldier. And once a lot of people understand that you a foot soldier, it'll
Mm-hmm.
help you out in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it basketball.
Right.
Everybody's not LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not Kawhi Leonard. Everybody's not Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not James Harden. But they're
Mm-hmm.
not the only one getting a check in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They're not.
That's true.
That
Mm-hmm.
person that's that 11th man on the bench that we all laugh
Mm-hmm.
at, that old weak ass nigga, he ain't getting no playing time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he getting $3 million every year. Now what?
Right.
He doing better than me and you.
Mm-hmm.
And we laughing at this man. For what?
Right. Right.
But he understands his position. I'm not a
Exactly.
boss. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
foot soldier. So let me
Right.
play my position so I can keep my family happy.
Exactly. That's
That's
true.
all it is. You
That's
have to
true.
know you have to know who you are in this world.
Hmm. That's so
I'm a foot
true.
soldier. I'm a foot
Exactly.
soldier, but I make bosses nervous. I'm
Hmm.
fine with that.
Right. That's very important. That is so true. Well, thank you, Mr. Wilson, for joining me today, and good luck. I know the Brooklyn Nets and your son Jalen Wilson, they will be playing tonight. They're right there in Texas today. So
Mavericks, yes, ma'am.
yes. So I wish
And
you
I'm
guys.
sorry for all the interruptions. I apologize. I'm
Mhm.
so sorry. It's just a
You
hectic day.
right,
I'm
I can imagine. Yes, no, I can imagine. And I thank you for joining me. And I thank you all for listening today on Conversations with Epiphany. I'm Epiphany Hightower, and I will see you next time.